How are you?
I'm all right, man. Just working.
Yeah, I bet you've got a lot of these today, I bet, huh?
No, hell no. I hope not.
Okay, good. Well, I guess I want to first just ask a little bit about your fight. I know your opponent's changed a few times. What's the mindset going into it now that you know who you're fighting and it feels like it's much closer now?
Um, for me, it was just staying focused. I've been training for quite some time now, so it really don't matter who's on the other side of that ring. I'm in shape to do what I got to do to get the victory. It don't really matter.
Did you have to change anything in training or in the mindset at all, or were you trained for you?
Uh, my mindset always been the same, man. You know, uh, make some changes, but at the end of the day, I still gotta adjust and do what I gotta do to get my victory.
Right. And it's been a little bit since you've been there in the ring. I know it's not the first time you've had a long layoff. Is there any bit of ring rest that you've had to work through, or do you feel like that's a myth?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I got that shit. That shit ain't going nowhere. I'll probably be a little bit more overweight, but it ain't going nowhere. So once I start working, everything like clockwork.
And you've spoken quite a bit about mental health, and I'm curious if you can talk to me about why you feel that it's important to speak out about that, especially being a male athlete.
I mean, in boxing, a lot of people don't know this outside looking in, but boxing is like honestly, I say 10% physical and 90% mental. So you know that's why sometimes you can go in that ring and you can be 100% better than a guy. But if you're not mentally sound or mentally focused, you can lose to a guy that's not even on your level. So mentally you just got to be strong.
How do you prepare yourself to be mentally strong? Because I can imagine with all of the outside, I mean, you've probably have opponents talking trash, you have fans talking trash. Like, how do you kind of tune that out?
Man, I don't know about you, but coming from where I come from, that don't mean nothing to me. I done heard worse stuff in worse places. So I don't worry about fans, and I don't care what. One of the biggest things, I just don't give a fuck what nobody thinks. Honestly, you know, I just focus on me and do what I got to do.
That's definitely easier said than done, not giving a fuck what people say about you. I can say, from experience, that's hard. I mean, I know you just say you just don't give a fuck, but there's got to be something that you tell yourself when you hear those negative things, or do you just not even listen?
I don't let that get to me at all. Man, coming from where I come from, how can you say something? How can you say anything that can move me? When I started, I had nothing. So how can you say anything to move me? I'm straight, and it's gonna get better every day. It's gonna just keep getting better for me. I don't worry about nobody what no opinion. Opinion ain't never changed nothing for me.
What kind of advice would you give for young boxers that are coming up and maybe are paying too much attention to that kind of stuff?
It's kind of crazy you brought it up. I actually just had a long talk with Rolly, and he called me, and right now he's actually going through a lot of stuff mentally. When it comes to boxing, and I just like I told him, and you can't let that phase you. In boxing, you're gonna have good days, you're gonna have bad days, and you gotta keep rolling. You gotta keep working. Like I told him, go in the gym with the same confidence and don't let that shit move you, man. Just keep working.
What do you think of your opponent now that you've finally settled on one? What sort of fight are you expecting from him?
Um, it's just like everybody who fight at Adrien Broner. They're training for the biggest fight of their life, and they're coming to win. So I just gotta stay. I just gotta be on my shit. Honestly, you know, even in my losses, it wasn't about what my opponent did. It was more so about what I didn't do, or you know, what I didn't do enough. So, you know, this training camp been great. I feel good, and I can't wait to put on the show.
And I guess my last question for you, your opponent said that he's coming to get rid of you. I'm curious if you have a message for him in response to that.
Yeah. Last time I heard of red, they get away with roaches, not people. Talking about get rid of me. The fuck out of here. Good luck. That's what I tell them. Tell them I said good luck.
Thank you so much for your time.
All right.
I really appreciate it. Have a good day.
Yeah.